What's going on, guys? I'm hanging out in my backyard doing a little yard work today, and I wanted to talk to you guys about relaxation because I think it's very important that all of us have some downtime. We all have a little bit of time for rest, relaxation, reflection, right? And this is one of the things that many of us don't do a good job of is, having a real work relaxation balance, right? You have periods where you work, and then you have periods of real rest and relaxation. And when I say real rest and relaxation, I mean most people don't really relax the right way. Many people have things that they imagine are relaxing, like, for example, yard work, right? Now, is that relaxing? Not really, because I'm actually having to physically do something. It's exhausting, right? It's back-breaking work in some cases, and because it's actually work, right, it's not really relaxing. That's not proper relaxation. Many people do this though with other hobbies in life. If your idea of relaxation involves you having to be competitive or performative or do anything that is physically or mentally exhausting, that's not really rest and relaxation, right? That's actual work. So you're not really taking a break from work, you're just switching to doing a different form of work at that point. And that mentally and physically, that's going to be draining on you. One thing I want to bring this into a Linux perspective is many of us in the Linux community treat Linux as almost like a hobby, like it's supposed to be relaxing, it's something fun. But in many cases, it's not fun. And you can see this, especially with a lot of people in the Linux community and the open source software community. Many people are just not having fun with using Linux or being a part of the Linux community. And it's because a lot of it is really a lot of work. You see this. People that hang out, for example, in forums or chat rooms, and they're trying to offer support. Many of those people seem angry, frustrated. Many of them sometimes come across as total jackasses, and I think a lot of that is because what should have been a nice, fun activity to them is actual work. And I see this also with developers. Many people think creating and maintaining a software project is going to be fun, but of course that's not, right? It's a lot of work. I think this is part of the problem why we have so much frustration within the Linux and free and open source software communities, is that a lot of us are just this thing that we imagined was going to be a nice little hobby became real work. I see this also with those of us that are content creators. So people that make video content on platforms like YouTube, like I do. Those of us that also write, whatever kind of content, whether it be audio, video, print, kind of content, it's work, right? And a lot of people imagine, for example, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and it's going to be fun, right? And it is fun at first. Well, when you're thinking about it in your head, that's fun. But when it's time to sit down and actually make that video, right, it becomes a lot of work. Then you have to worry about doing the recording, sometimes doing research, scripting the video if you read from a script. Then you've got to edit the video. Sometimes you have to edit the audio. You have to make a thumbnail. You have to come up with a cool title, right? And it's a little bit of work. Then sometimes you want to back up your video, and so instead of just uploading it to YouTube, you want to save a copy somewhere. Maybe you upload it to Amazon, right, or wherever it is that you're using for your cloud storage. And it's a ton of work, especially once you've made a couple of thousand videos like I have, right? And this is the thing, we're not relaxing the way we should, and I know I'm not. This is something I've been thinking about really for the last few weeks, is that I'm much more tired these days than I should be, because I practically work 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I never take a day off. Ever. And even when I take a day off, it's because I have other work to do somewhere else. I never just have time to just sit with my thoughts. That's real rest. That's real relaxation, is to sit and not have to physically do anything and just sit and reflect on life. That's relaxation. I think more of us need to keep that in mind, and especially those of us that try to contribute to free and open source software, sometimes it's good to not take that too seriously and take a step back at times. Peace, guys.